Simmons versus Bao Bui, and both on Amber Steel.
Yep.
So the question is, are they the same Amber Steel, or which Amber Steels are they?
Yeah, that's one of the things that's kind of nice now. There's an alternative Amber Steel deck. It's like, well, which variant am I actually against?
Yeah, you may not even know straight away, because if your opponent goes turn 1 Cindy,
yep,
still don't know, you know?
Yep. All right, so it looks like on the right we're seeing Aerial, so that's probably more traditional Steelsong. On the left,
I think I saw a Knight. So I think I saw a Dwarf on the left side, so I think it might be Digger on the left side and Songs on the right side.
quite likely, yeah.
Yeah, so in which case, how does this matchup play out? So
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never seen this mirror before, so this is going to be a good one.
One ping's a little bit better. I would imagine the game is going to be dictated by Robin Hood's. Robin Hood's just a big chunk of stats. It's got 6 willpower, so it's going to be very difficult to remove. It can come in reasonably cheaply, and it can challenge some of the smaller units. So it can put up a fight, or it can put up a challenge against Calhoun, who's going to be the vanguard of
the location,
Ben's side. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Calhoun is quite nice in this matchup. It's like cards like Storm Rage on don't deal because it's got that resist +1.
It's not enough inherently. So
and then it can really stop the Singers from turning sideways.
So it looks like Bao's going first.
It looks that way, and there's a couple of options in the starting hand here. We got the Cindy, we got the Little Robin Hood. So I think we might see Cindy come out.
Cindy might be good, because if you go Cindy, it means that you'll be able to go Storm Rage first onto your opponent's Cindy.
Yeah.
And then cool. Then they don't get to return fire.
Yeah.
So.
And
so we
got the Daisy, we got the Cindy.
We're putting down the Smee.
And
looks
there's
like
a dock, yeah. Finally,
if you're on the back end, you don't go Daisy, I don't think, right? All right, cool. Looks like we're going Daisy. All right, cool. So Daisy does survive Storm Rage on, so I guess I can see that happening. And I guess because there's a higher concentration of songs or like non-character cards in the deck, Daisy has a lower chance of giving your opponents free cards. Yeah. So it's decision of what to ink right now.
All right, so Bao's going inking
the Pete? Yeah.
The Lilo.
And then Lilo, so Lilo just great source of resources. We've seen Lilo's all day, and I was just like, I've sung praise all day for Lilo.
Yeah, it's been looking all right.
Sticking around. And that's first law over to Bao. Player 2. And, Ben catches up straight away. 2 law for him, and now top of the deck. And is that a Shmee?
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, okay, cool. Cool. Into Smee and puts in Calhoun. All right, cool.
So, yeah, not a bad start here for both players, I would say.
But if Bao plays out another character, he can play Strength for Raging Fire, which will just take out. That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool.
And there's the Aerial.
Aerial. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would then just reveal like Strength for Raging Fire from that, and then just like play it straight away.
That one. Yeah. So there's Storm.
Cool. Easy. And then, so I think I did see Strength for Raging Fire right in hand. Stop shuffling your hand so much, mate.
I know.
Yeah.
Very difficult to say. I think
okay, so at least we got. Oh, so he's just sitting back. Okay, cool. So he didn't have Strength for Raging Fire. Storm Rage is on. Obviously not enough to banish Calhoun.
Yep, and Daisy Duck's got that 4 willpower. So yeah, quite a tricky board to deal with here for Ben.
All right, cool. All right, so we gone wide here as well.
Very wide.
Yeah. Okay, so Ben, it looks like he's probably setting up for a dock turn in the near future. So he's just pushing more of his cards out of his hand. A quest for 1, not being too afraid. Very difficult to challenge into Calhoun with all your 1 strength characters. Okay, cool. So over back to Bao. So both, let's say, playing battle cruiser games. You know, everyone's getting their cannons ready on the ships, and whenever they get in range, it's fire ahead. All
right. So one of the plays that I really like, if you can play Pete on the same turn when you sing a whole new world, it can really limit your opponent's options.
Oh, true.
So we might see something like that coming out from Bao here, but this Pete may be destined for the Inkwell.
Yeah, maybe that's also like what Ben's kind of playing into. If he keeps his hand a little bit lower, whenever his opponent like whole new worlds, and he does like pick up that. So here's Aerial, but like Ben really hasn't played that many cards. There's still a ton of cards in hand. He's been getting cards off of like the Aerials as well. So he's still got a healthy hand size. I don't think this whole new world's coming down for a while.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Bao has any reason to run that out at the moment because he's got.
Looks like we're singing. All right, cool. Freezing, Storm Raging on the Cindy for 2. Cool. She came in.
And there's Daisy. So
all right, cool. So now we both have some questers on both sides.
Both players going quite wide here. Lilo.
So
quest for
Lilo,
two.
quest for 2. Yep. All right, cool. So he's just accepting that. All right.
Yep.
Calhoun is going to get in there, get some action.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's that. But you know, if Calhoun's going into Lilo, you know, it's not going into Daisy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think once
So
you've already...
Bao is currently over at 5 lore.
Mhm.
Yep, and Ben is
At 3.
at 3, so he's a little bit behind. He can catch up to 2 pretty easily. If he goes into Lilo, Lilo comes back, right?
Yes.
Can't pay for it to come back. Or he goes, I think he's just going to Cindy, yeah. It's
Yep.
like Cindy's far more important.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
So
Yep,
it
takes
gets
no
the 2
damage.
lore
He
from
catches
the
2, they're both
Calhoun.
up to 5. All right, cool, we're looking good.
Yeah, that resist +1
Yeah,
is
so
really causing Bao a headache.
Shmi, yeah, so Shmi can quest for 2 hypothetically, and then it takes 1 damage, which
yep.
still, like, it's still fine. It's still out of range, out of the challenges from Bao's side. So, ooh, John Silver. Okay,
yeah.
so someone can't challenge. Someone can't challenge next turn.
Correct. Yeah, can't challenge
but
next turn.
Daisy wasn't challenging anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, cool.
Smee quests.
Smee quest. So that's number 2, putting him up to 7. Ben on to 7. And questing
Daisy
for
quests.
number 2, putting him up to 9. All right, cool. So he's moving
And
ahead.
there's another Lilo.
He has not inked that much, and yeah,
Yeah, 3 ink. This is...
that's really low. Like, I feel like he should be more. Just
yeah.
like,
I think the
does
cards
he
in
need to
hand-
keep that many cards in hand? Like, what does he have in hand?
There's a
He-
Storm Rage on, which is uninkable. There's a Mine, which
Yeah,
just
you gotta
don't
keep
want to
Mine.
put that in the inkwell. It's too important. And I think the other card was a dock. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, if that's the case, I think you still have to ink the mine because, like, if you don't play the mine, like, you don't want to play the mine until you can like play a dwarf, and you don't want to play dwarf until you have like no cards in hand.
Yep.
And then Storm Rage on. Yeah.
So we may see.
Did we see a Sven being played? Is that what the? No, that's
it's
Ursula. Sorry.
Holden-
Ursula.
yeah.
Yeah, Ursula at the bottom, and then goes Whole New World. All right, cool.
Yep. Yeah, I think Bao might have had 3 whole new worlds in hand there. So yeah, it makes sense.
Should have
that
inked the
they wanna-
cards, you know. Should have inked the cards, man. You could see your opponent.
Yeah,
was
stuck
feeling
on
that
3
way.
ink. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
This is really important. When you play a whole new world, you should check your opponent's
Yeah.
discard pile because
his board. So Ben's board is like a high quality in terms of its lore and its stats, but Bao has what two singers? Oh, so the Ursula came in this turn. What's that popping off the top? Is that another aerial? on
another
top?
aerial. Yeah.
Okay, so he's got 2. So he's got an aerial and then some other singers. So he can get a whole bunch of value out of these spells straight away. And this is why I'm saying that Steelsongs should like start turn with Whole New World, and then
start singing the songs.
Start singing the songs. You know,
Yeah,
like
totally.
do it with full tank of gas. No, you know, don't go out there half cocked and then like you got no gas with all these new cards, right? So Ben definitely going to ink this turn.
Yeah, got a lot of cards in hand.
Yeah,
But
so,
yeah,
alright, so
starting to fall behind on the board a little bit here. So this is where Steelsong really shines.
9 lore is actually reasonably respectable with like a full grip size. Still Daisy on the field as well. So Daisy will like almost certainly like quest his turn for 2 more. So it puts him up to 11.
Yeah, 11.
And then he's still got a full hand of cards, and then Calhoun's are still available. Yeah. But
given that Ben went second here, right? So yeah, getting up, like winning the race at this point is quite nice. And yeah, those 2 Calhouns do make it a bit tougher, Bao, because yeah, if they want to quest or sing with anything and exert, then the Calhoun can challenge in and gain the
it
2
pushes
lore.
Ben so far. So imagine if like both of those translate into 2 lore each, and then
That's
the
15,
Daisy.
yeah.
Oh, the Daisy actually challenging.
The Daisy challenge. Yeah.
So yeah, so Calhoun's.
There's a Rapunzel. Yeah,
cool.
okay, makes sense.
Yeah, cool.
And then
Yeah.
Ink and Ursula. And do we have any songs that could be sung here?
Only Strength for Raging Fire is relevant against Calhoun.
Yep.
It's only Strength for Raging Fire is like relevant at all. The other ones are all just like pinging for 2 or pinging for 1.
All right.
So just
another Ursula.
going wide, and Ben just has to say, all right, cool, you know, like we going to Challenge Town. We going to putting the helmet on and going in there. Yeah.
This is a very interesting because it felt like Bao has not had like a turn where they have stumbled at all. It felt like they've always done what they've been trying to do.
Okay, so just because you don't put yourself in a vulnerable spot doesn't mean that you're not getting ahead. Like by default, like if you're not moving forward, you're falling behind from your opponent, right?
Yeah.
And Ben has had a lot of gas, and Bao's just been pinging stuff off, but hasn't been proactively questing significantly. So that's why he's a little bit behind on the lore.
Yep. So there's the Lilo.
Yeah, so Lilo's going in.
So up to 7.
I'm not sure about that. Like, if the Lilo quests, it means the Calhoun's go in and pick up 2 lore. So if the Lilos, if the Calhouns are quite
I guess
challenging next turn, they're each representing 2. So you get 2 from challenging the Lilo, and
2 from challenging the aerial.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's up to 13. That's up to 15.
Yep. So so you're representing a lot, right? So I think Bao just hurt himself way more by doing that.
I think there was. Yeah, no, the Daisy doesn't have
okay,
damage.
so you get rid of the Daisy for sure, but but I think you need to focus on controlling board a little bit more before trying to quest. So questing, he quested the Lilo, right? But moving from 5 to 7 isn't dramatically different. You want to stop your opponent from getting from 11 to 15. Yeah.
Oh, this is a card that I love. It's recently come into the meta, and just the bodyguard effect on a 7 willpower character. And then these 2 Calhoun's as well.
So it's got really big stats. It's got a strength of 4 and it's got a willpower of 7. So it's very beefy boy. It can take a lot of abuse. So this. It's not like Bao was really going to be doing much challenging this turn, anyways. To be honest, but it means that Chempo. Very, very, very stocky, very stocky card.
Yeah.
No removal's going to get through it.
And I think Bao has already gone through quite a lot of removal.
I think 3 Storm Rage ons.
Yeah, and
I'm not sure about Strength of Raging Fires though. It seems like a lot of them would have been relevant early on.
Whiff.
But even then, what?
Are
you going to play 2 more characters just so you can send in 7 damage Strength of Raging Fire into Chempo? Yeah. So, okay. So Rapunzel digging deep?
Down, yeah. I think so. I think Bao just needs an answer for these Calhoun's, otherwise,
Okay, so, look, you heal and you draw 4 cards.
3
then
cards,
what? And then what? Cool, you're
looking for songs,
You're scouting ink, right? So Ursula can sing one. I guess Ursula and Eric will both sing one.
Yeah, there's the Zeus. I think that's exactly what Bao was digging for. So
Zeus, Zeus on a Calhoun?
Yeah, it might have come to that at this point. It may really be there.
So Zeus and Calhoun singing with the Ursula. Singing with the Ursula, which means that Ben only has 1 Calhoun on the return. Yeah. So that would represent another 2 potentially putting up to 17.
Yeah.
And then challenging with questing with Kempo will go 18. So Ben's getting pretty close there. Do any of the players have any Lilos?
There's one.
I think Bao has Lilo, So sometimes you might forget about that as well, Oh, so he just sent in a whole bunch of guys, and okay. So now he's focused on clearing the board.
Yeah,
cool.
okay, okay, that was a nice turn.
All right. So now we got
there's the comeback from Bao, but Bao is gonna run out of songs targeted removal sooner or later, and when that happens,
So right now we don't
Storm.
have a Storm onto Rapunzel.
Draws a card, and then the Calhoun can challenge in now and gain the 2. So up to 17 now. So definitely getting to the end game for Ben. And
the Daisy
going wide here. Yep.
And is that happy or dock?
That's a dock. Yep.
Okay. All right. That's why we don't shuffle our hands, buddy. Put the cards down. Put the cards down. All right, cool.
So yeah, Ben going wide here. I think Ben's got the read that Bao is running quite low on removals. So I think I see his strength in hand, but apart from that.
Also another thing, I know in a lot of games, people will look at the other player's discard to discount how many of X cards that they use. So interesting that either Ben's remembered everything or he hasn't checked, how many of each song Bao has used yet. But I think that would be a very relevant thing to count up. It might be out of.
Some of them will be in the Inkwell, perhaps, but...
but they would have been revealed.
I think more so than that, though. I think Ben may have just gotten the read from Bao's last turn. The challenge with the Rapunzel, and then playing the Rapunzel to draw 3, just digging and digging and digging. I think Ben's probably got the read that Bao's hand is not great right now. And...
Because he's only got so much more removal, and
that's
we've
right.
stood so much of it. To be honest, where the Robin Hood's at?
Yeah.
I said to start the game, I think Robin Hood's is a big chunk of stats, and I think he would have been good. I think I genuinely imagine he would have been good into these Calhouns, and You know, like so many the Robin Hoods just got inked like turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. I think.
Yeah, really rough.
All right, cool. So we see one of the Daisies being evicted from the party.
So Ben,
That's it, right?
Ben just needs. Well, no, he can't banish the Ursula. So quest for 1. There's the mine. Yep, moves that, and then yep,
Cool.
very nicely done from Ben. That was for the player going second. That was really.
Diggit is going first, and Steelsong going second.
Yep.
I think you still Cindy turn 1, and you want to try to like Storm Rage on your opponent Cindy. Actually, your opponent's anything, right? Like except for Daisy. So I think like play going second has played Daisy. Yeah. All right. Cool. So
So I think Ben has a pretty solid hand here. I saw a Cindy in there. I saw a Calhoun in there. Ink's
Lilo Ink. Okay.
That hurts your soul a little bit, doesn't it, Jason?
Yeah, like, okay, I'm not sure, like, how important it is in this matchup.
Yeah.
I guess maybe because this matchup's a little bit grindy. But does Bao play Calhoun? Did we see Calhoun?
Nah, I don't think so. Not in.
So he's got no punishment if you just go wide with Lilos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all of the removal is single target.
Yeah.
I think he dropped the card there, and
so
then picked it up, and it's like, well, Ben already knows what card it is.
So questing.
All right, questing for 2. And
what's
what
top
do we
card?
get? Cindy. Big Cinderella.
All right. Yep.
And was that a Mart? Oh no, Mr. Smee. I thought he
Me
was
and Calhoun. All right.
inking
That's
the
it, yep.
namesake of the deck there. That would have been very wild.
All right.
All right, so we got Simba on the board. Simba, yeah, this is one of the things with the little Simba. The 1-2 stat line is pretty underwhelming. It doesn't deal with very much. It's really there for the shift.
It's really there to just move stuff in. Well, it's also to help you like unstick like rough hands as well.
Yeah,
and it also gets your Lilos into the discard. So
I think the filtering effect on your hand.
Utility is very
nice.
good, and he's taken advantage of that. Like, you can shift into it pretty early on for some advantage. So yeah, I think overall like it ticks a lot of boxes. But it just happens to be like Ben plays Calhoun and Bao doesn't have Calhoun, so all this stuff is, kind of a little bit at the mercy of the big mole cop.
Yeah. All right, and that was Along Came Zeus going to the bottom of Bao's deck, so Ben will probably be quite happy to see that. Inking the Mine, there it is. And what will we see? Another Mine. Okay, makes sense. Yep.
Got
Mine
Cindy.
and Cindy, yep. So Ben
he doesn't have any juice, enough juice right now to knock over the Mine. But yeah, has to keep in mind that it does represent like potentially a dock. How small is Ben's hand? It looks like 3 cards or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I think there is a dock in there too.
I don't think he dock next turn. I think
you wait one
so,
more. Yep.
So ink 1, then you play 1/1 dock or something, or you can sin something and then dock.
Yep.
Potentially dock next turn. But like you want to move the dock as well. So
Dock and then move is good here, but
at the very least you go happy into like mine, so that's like pretty good. So just need to have a happy. And
there's the shift. So
shift into Simba and just quest
into the mine. Yeah.
Okay, true. Okay,
right.
So that
and
was
then
enough.
Red is the other 2 characters. Yeah, I like that. Play a lot.
That's legit. Okay, cool.
Yeah, very nice
cool.
And this is the power of that Simba. Like, Ben would love to send Calhoun into the Cindy there, get the 2 lore, remove it from the board.
Take no damage. All right, gains 2 lore. Top
2.
card, let the Storm Rage on. All right.
Ben.
Hey, man, he looked at the bottom card of his deck there. I'm a little bit, okay. Okay, cool. Send them both into Simba. All right, cool.
So gains 2 again. So we got
gains 2.
8-0, but Ben is starting to run out of gas a little bit here.
Did he skip inking again?
Yes.
Ben does not like to invest in his future.
Yeah, I know. I think the deck caps out at about 4 inks, so he's not trying to rush it.
He's going short on his ink stocks.
And what is in the hand here? I'm not seeing. So we got the Ursula. I think I see 2 Petes in there, which is probably not that great against this Mines deck, especially when they're playing this aggressively. So yeah, there's up to 8 lore for Ben and another 6 showing on board.
I think the most important thing is just don't play Whole New World.
Yeah, at the moment, you
just refills your opponent's gas.
Yep. So yep, we get Ink Pete, Player Pete, and I think there's 1
potentially we got a big Rapunzel turn next turn because Ben will quest with the Smee, and then Bao can just run Daisy into Smee, you know, take free damage and then like Rapunzel it up for free to like get a whole bunch of gas.
Yeah.
Then subsequently use Cinderella and Pete to like sing those songs as well. So this might actually. Bao might actually be in a good position here, even though he's like kind of down.
Wow,
by
Doc
a
into
lot.
Doc. Oh, what a play.
I don't know, but you got no mind. So it's like, it's a whole bunch of guys. But yeah, so Ben should be at 8 lore. So yeah, it's a little bit misleading. So he should be
up
out
for 6.
Yeah. So
This is
so
getting out of hand.
currently.
So Pete and Cindy can both sing 3 costs, so potentially can remove some of these characters via songs, but yeah, the Smee Smee's on 3 health. It'll go to 2 health if it quests, and the 1/4s are also not that easy to remove. So.
Oh, so he just sat back on it. All right.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
Not pressing his advantage.
Just going wide.
He's a little bit worried. Like I think he. Oh, okay. So Big Cindy's out. All right.
Yep.
This is actually really bad now for Ben. Like,
yeah, it could be.
If he sings a song, oh, what? He's just questing?
Quest for 5?
I don't know about that. Like, it's like if
Piglet.
you're that far behind, like I know. Okay, so admittedly, Cindy with Resist 2, very tough nut to crack. But you know, you don't have to crack her through if you're just gaining 8 and then going up to 16.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. I guess I'm not sure if Bao's got any songs in hand, so. I feel like if Bao had a 3-cost song, he would have sung it with the Pete. So that is
goes up to 16.
Lore up to 16.
Yeah, okay. And then you play every card in your hand because like clearly
and there's
the Pete. All right, cool. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
He just shakes his hand. All right, cool.
Pete referee says no bueno on the songs, and that is it. Yeah, Bao just does